Hello guys, how are you today? I'm back here. This is a little bit of a special bonus video, I guess, and everything I've got in here I've said before in other videos, but I realize it gets very hard to find things, and I get asked 3 or 4 things over and over and over again, quite a lot. So I'm going to go through them one more time. These are going to be, one is my opinion on something, 2 I think are, just 2 really good hints or tips, whatever, that are quite valuable, and 1 is about that mod that I use on occasion. So let's start with this one. Words, I'm really having a hard time today. Fuck. Excuse my language. I'm going to try to talk slower, and I'm going to attempt to be very clear today, because right now I have about 6 people asking me questions, and none of them have English as their first language. So I'm going to attempt to make this easy. 1 is harvesting, that quick way to harvest. If you go into the game and go to how to play, and you go to the controls here, I believe it's this one right here, this button right here, recycle, the X key, recycle, hold and release to enter mass recycle mode. Now what mass recycle means is that you can recycle a lot more than one thing at a time. If I click the X button quickly, this pops up. If I just hit the X button quickly, it asks me this: confirm recycle. Are you sure you want to recycle them? Yes, I do. Now, if I recycle a field crop, which is what I call these, it harvests, basically. It just does a harvest. If I recycle a tree, a flower, an animal, or a fish, it's going to actually remove it. So you don't want to do this on anything that you want to keep. This is just for field crops. So X does a recycle, I say yes. Okay? Now I am going to make a point. I'm going to hammer this point home by toddling over here someplace. And if I click on recycle here, X, am I sure I want to recycle? If I say yes, they're gone. That might not be what you want to do. So keep that in mind. Only on field crops. Now the mass recycle, the idea of holding that button down, if I come back here and I click on X and hold it down, I'm holding it down right now, and I let go, and I get this. Now look in the bottom left hand corner where it says shard, recycle 9, okay? I am going to drive up, and now I can click on that again, and you see it says recycle 18 down in the bottom left hand corner of the screen. And if I drive up and I hit X again, and X again, and X again, and this will go right up to 100 items at a time. So if I do a regular mouse click, my left mouse button for me, and it will ask me if I'm going to recycle all 45, and there they are, gone. Okay, so that's a really fast way. Remember, if I just click, it asks me that. If I hold the X key, I get that, and can add up to 100 items and do a really fast recycle. Because people keep asking me, how did you do that? I don't see what it is you're doing. That seems so handy, that sort of thing. So, and then you do a regular mouse click at the end of it, and I recycle them, and they're all gone. So that's one hint. The second most important hint that I think I can share with people, and I do get asked about, is make more than one farm. Absolutely make more than one farm. Make yourself at least 4 or 5 farms and level them up to about level 15. What is going to happen during events? If right now, I think, oh no, the event is just over. But what happens during events? I'll come up here and show you the flowers that I'm talking about. There's these things were for the event that just ended. It just ended a few minutes ago. Or no, you know what? No, it is still here. Shoot. I just checked the clock. It's not, I'm lying to you. So with this particular event here, we're going to have to clear up a couple of spaces. And you look at, you look at your quest log, and the events tells you, like with these particular flowers, we needed 100 of them. This was a really, really slow event, but you can only plant 50 of them. And these flowers take 6 hours. So what I did is I planted them here, and actually, you know what? I'm going to replant these. Just one second here, folks. So with event things, it counts the ones that the character does, not how many you have planted on one farm. So I can plant 50 of those flowers on this farm. And then I can leave the farm and I can go to one of my other farms and I can go to that one and I can have more of them over here. So if you have some events take things that are, they're 6 hours, but you need thousands of them. So if I plant them here and I plant them on all my other farms, I plant them on this farm, plant them on that farm, plant them on that farm, I can go and harvest all of them. So it doesn't, that number for an event counts against how many the character has harvested, not how many are on one farm. So with this particular event that was brand new for me, because I planted them all over the place, I get in here and I was able to get a whole bunch of them really fast. I mean, way more than I needed, but I just did them anyway because I had them planted. So hint number 2, plant more or create more than one farm. And then when events come along, you can plant those things on all your farms and make sure you don't have any problem getting through it. Another question I have been asked actually just a few times this week are about these stations. Now this one, as you can see, it's sitting here at $9.6 million for level 19. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. This one is up to 17 million. It's only level 23. This one is up to, okay, that's only level 17 again. But this one, these are getting a little higher. And look at these prices, 231 million for level 46. I'm not even halfway. And these are going to get higher and higher and higher. And here are just a few levels more, and we're sitting at almost 4 million gold per. These are going to get up into the billions at the higher levels. Are they worth it? I think they're probably worth it, maybe, into the level 30, 40. I've never really done the math. In the very early stages of your farm, it is worth it to put some levels on it. Yes, because you can afford 19 million. That is something you can do without, a great big super duper problem. You can manage that and you will get more money. These things, as you level them up, you're going to get better money when you harvest your plants or your fish or whatever it is, whatever station it is you're leveling up. So in the early stages of a farm, that little extra boost is really valuable. Later, meh, I don't know. I don't really think so. I'm going to be honest, I don't think so. They're ridiculous amounts of money. And maybe someday I'll finish those, but probably not. Now, the one I get asked the most, saving the best for last, is about the growth factor and how people see me have plants that grow really quickly. So the first thing I'm going to do is just plant a few things, and we are going to see that I think I have the mod on. What if I don't even have the mod on? Let's get something that goes really quick. We're looking at, I need something that's under an hour. This one is pretty good. Some of these are only minutes. That's what I want. One of these, I got nothing this season. All right, this is as good as it gets right here. So if I plant these, and if we get in and watch closely, we can see them growing. They grow that quickly. Now I've got these fields watered, so that's going to cut the time in half anyway. Watering them just cuts it in half. So you want to get those watering things on, right there in front of the tractor, just to the left here in front of that tractor. You're going to want to get those watering things in as quickly as you can, because they're going to cut all your times in half anyway. And then if you want to get it really quick like this is, let me turn on a thing. You can go to this page. Now this is called WeMod. You can see up here in the upper left hand corner, WEMOD.com will get you there. I will put a link in the description below. This is what the front page looks like this morning. It often changes. I have got this here because it's recently played. I actually have it turned on at the moment, so it's sitting there. But you can run a search up here for whatever game you may have, and or just, you know, type in Farm Together or find Farm Together in the list, and then it will take you to the Farm Together page. Now for me, because I'm whoops, go away, because I have already played it, it's here in my list. Once you've played it, it's going to sit here. So I turned that on, and these mods are what are available to you. Now what these are going to do is give you, how much, what is the amount? Why do I never remember? 10 million. Okay, so what this is going to do is if you turn on unlimited diamonds, it will give you 10 million diamonds. And every time you spend them, it'll top it back up to 10 million. The thing is, if you go over that, it will bring you back down to 10 million if that mod is turned on. Unlimited medals, the ones we call ribbons, are the same thing. If you turn that on, it's going to give you 10 million of them, but it will keep you at that level. Unlimited coins, however, I think it only takes you up to 100 million, which sounds like a lot, right? Ooh, 100 million. But if you want to level stuff up and you come over here and you need, oh, what was it? 400 million for the next level. If you have that mod turned on, you'll never have enough money. Right now, I've got over 4 billion, and if I started leveling these up, I would be broke in about an hour and a half. Seriously, if I start leveling these up, I'm going to go through 4 billion. So if you have that money mod on, you are never going to have enough money. This one might be good if you turn it on when you first start a farm and then turn it off right away. You'll have 100 million gold to work with, and then you can spend from there. But after, you know, so it might be a nice boost if you want to use it. This is the only one I ever use, is the fast growth, and I use it when I'm recording, and I use it for events when I leave my farm on for other people to come in and replant and things like that. So it is there. You can use it all the time. It's a nice little bonus that just helps you keep playing the game. In the early stages of the farms, you often have, you know, you just don't have anything you can do. When the farm gets this big, there's always something to do. But in the early stages, a small farm, you just might not have anything to do. And if you've got that on, then you can just keep playing. You can harvest, replant, harvest, replant. So that's kind of nice. It's kind of good. Warning, big warning here, okay? Pay attention to this one. If you have, like I do right now, 4 billion gold, and I hit F6 by accident, it is going to take all my gold away and put me down to 100 million. I have lost 4.5 billion gold before by clicking on F6 by accident instead of F5. Be really careful, or keybind these things so you know where they are and you don't hit it by accident. Be really, really careful with that. You can lose a lot of money and a lot of hours of work. But that is the mod right there, fast growth. It's on WeMod, and like I said, I'll have a link down below. And that is what I turn on so that I get really fast plant growth when I'm, you know, when people are on my farm working on things for events, or if, you know, if I'm streaming or something like that, and figure you guys don't, you know, you don't want to see some plants sit here and take days and days to grow. So that's it. That's all this is about. I get asked these questions all the time. So my answer is 1 great mod, 2 tips that I think are worth paying attention to, and just my opinion on those leveling stations. I hope you are having a good day today, guys. I've had better, but I'll get through it. Live your life happy, guys. Let's try to build it beautiful. Bye-bye.